Hey, beautiful people, it's me, EL, your favorite dyslexic book nerd and columnist here at Blackout Magazine. I I hope everybody's having an awesome day, and I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing Linette Knight today. So we're gonna give her a chance to introduce herself, and we're gonna get right into it. How you doing, Linette?
Hello, 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 beautiful ones. I'm well. I am very well. Like DL said, or excuse me, DL said, my name is Linette Knight. I am a crochet mixed media artist. I have one of my pieces in the background here. I think we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I'm so stoked to be here. Let's do it.
We are happy to have you here. Um, Now, until I met you the other day, I had never heard of a crochet artist like the paintings that you do. What got you started
Mhm.
doing that? What inspired you to start doing that?
Okay, so I'd have to take it back to my childhood and take you to the beginning. I was born arthritic, but I wasn't diagnosed until I was about 3. My parents learned that I have 3 arthritic spikes on my spine, and they grew with me over time. And there's no cure for this, and because it's on my spine, there's no way to remove them without completely paralyzing me. So I had to find ways to manage my pain or the pain that I was struggling with. You never want to, take that in by claiming it. So I try to say what I suffer from instead of saying that it's mine. And in that practice, I had to turn around and also find something that would help me meditate, because sitting in meditation itself was great, but it wasn't really focusing me the way that I needed to be focused. So I tried a lot of different things: sports, music, dance, and I was good at all of that stuff, but it was crochet that really, the counting that really brought my focus in line, and it aligned with me and my spirit. I'm very spiritual. Um, and there I found peace. I found a median in the pain where I can control where I was mentally and spiritually. And then I looked and saw, oh wow, I made something. I created something. So I did dolls, I did blankets, I did clothing. And all of a sudden I was like, well, how much dolls and blankets and clothing can you make? What else is there? That's when I discovered, all right, well, my mother's an artist, my husband's an artist. I got a house full of them. I was like, okay, I think I'm going to combine some things. I saw worldwide there are folks doing this, but they're doing it a little differently. They're doing more sewing or tufting.
Okay.
Tufting hurts me. That boom, 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 that hurts. So I found that using a glue gun, I was able to manipulate the fibers and the yarns and the threads and things. And there's a plethora of colors. And I didn't have to just stay with yarn. I have actually Pan African wax fabric here in her head wrap. So I do a lot of mixed media in there as well. And my very first piece was the worst piece ever. It was super, super heavy, super puckery and linty. And I hated it, but I loved it at the same time because it was something that I created that was different. It's mine. And as you have said, you've never seen it before.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I think I got my. And so over the years, I've actually gotten better with it. You see that piece there with the chocolate lady, but then when you look at this one, you can see the progression
That is
of my
beautiful.
shading and everything.
That is
Thank
that is
you.
a beautiful piece of art, I swear. Um, so so I guess like we'd say like that you are the creator of this style of art, which is really dope. Um and where do you typically get your inspiration from in your pieces? Like when you get ready
Okay,
to create, where does
so
your inspiration come from?
first I sit and meditate and I ask spirit, what do I want to say? I ask myself, what do I want to say? Am I celebrating? Am I making them think? Am I causing conversations? Am I going to make you feel uncomfortable so that you can get comfortable? What direction do I want to go in? Well, with this series, I wanted to celebrate some people. This young lady here was judged for having blue eyes and dark skin. How is it that you have dark skin and your mom and dad are both as dark as you are? Well, one of the father has a certain gene within him that carries the blue eye gene. Had nothing to do with any other race or mixture of other races. It was all genetics. It was all bloodline, and she had to deal with that judgment. And so, in talking to her, I was like, well, I want to celebrate exactly who you are. So, I want to capture this smile. I want to capture those eyes, and I want to accentuate that with all the colors that you love that express you. So, in that moment, I was about expressing people. After this series that I'm working on now, I'm feeling more wildlife, more attention to pollution. We have a lot of waterways and lakes around where I live in Wake Forest, and I do a lot of work in Durham and Nightdale. And every waterway that I visit to either hug trees or pray or whatever the case may be, trash, you see fewer and fewer birds. You see the changes that we human beings are creating here. And so I like bringing attention through the beauty of what was and could still be if we could just pay attention and do the work.
I love
So
it.
my inspiration, it comes from many, many different places. It just depends on how I'm feeling.
I love it. I love it. And you do a lot of work in the community. Can we talk
Yes.
about the work that you do in the community and how that came about and what is your driving inspiration in that work?
I've been blessed to still be here, period. With my autoimmune or the autoimmune that I suffer from, you learn to be grateful in life for all the small things. And when I look out into the world, I see a lot of people who are very much like me, but just in different perspectives. And so I feel like the blessings that I receive should be reciprocated through the building of community. First and foremost, the kids. I'm a big advocate for children. I work with Art Space on a regular basis, teaching ADD kids, ADHD. Every now and then, autistic child I may work with privately. Um, but I'm open to working with just about anybody. And right now, we all need some sort of help, from the homeless to the people who actually have roofs over their heads. We all need help at some point in time. And life, it throws stuff at you sporadically. There's no plan for it. You can be as ready as you think you can be, but no one is ever really ready for what God has planned for you unless you're really focused on what God has for you. And then you can kind of plan. But like working with HHM is a fulfillment to me because I grew up with HHM. When my family first moved to North Carolina from Newburgh, New York, they were at the parade, the Christmas parade every year. And I would go, and as soon as you would hear, you knew that band was coming down the street. The dancers, bah, bah, bah. And it was so inspirational. And to hear all the programs and all the work that they were doing, and my mother being an ex police officer herself, she was very much in her community. My great grandmother started her church. My grandmother, she led food drives for the community. I believe I absorbed all of that. And then to reciprocate those blessings, I give back. So helping HHM, the drive is there through generation. The drive is there through my roots. It's there through my spirit. it's reciprocating those blessings. So even though, yes, I do get tired, I get very tired, but it's worth it to get up and go make it happen. And you met Kandaka. Kandaka is, she's like, I prayed for her. She is a spirit guide to me, and she's very thorough. She's a hard worker, and I want to be that. I'm still kind of a baby in some of this out here, but you know what? I love that feeling. I love that feeling. I love watching people smile because they got what they just what they needed. Not because they got what they wanted or all the extra stuff, but they got what they needed. Their
Right.
bellies are full, they're clothed, they got a roof over their head, you know? And then there's that connection, that human connection, that meet somebody new and hear some stories because we all got them.
Yeah.
Listening to stories helps us to figure out what the future should look like.
Mm.
What you've been through in the past will help shape the future. Even though you don't want to hang on to the past, because it'll stifle you. But if you learn just enough of what you need to help you shape the future, then it can be very helpful.
I like that. How important is representation and cultural influence in the art design world right now, or period?
Oh, period. Well, again, I come from a long line of activists. My uncle Michael actually did some computer design work way back in the 80s. Um, that taught children how to do mathematics through computing. And he got to work with Dick Gregory for a little while.
Oh man.
And watching that, yeah, watching that as a child, and then watching my mother, in her activism, my aunt was a five percenter. So I got a lot of different aspects of activism, and I got a lot of different aspects and perspectives of blackness as well, being too light to be, black, but being too dark to be white, it's kind of stuck in the middle. And instead of laying down, my mother always taught me that first and foremost, know thyself, love thyself, because no one else is going to understand how to love you if you don't love yourself. So I'm out here teaching my people to love themselves because they've been taught not to. That was taken from them. And the things, the mistakes that we are making now are really based off of that systematic slavery, that systematic, perspective of one race being better than the other when it takes all of us to make this work. We're all a part of the ecosystem. Okay, we give back that energy. So when you have one set of people trying to rise above another set of people, you throw the ecosystem in balance. So I'm out here trying to teach my people that it's okay to love yourself. It's okay to be angry about what was done to you, but don't act through that anger. Act through your passion and your purpose. That's what should lead you. But we're black is beautiful. Brown is beautiful. I believe all people are beautiful, but my people, we are beautiful. This is
It's beautiful.
beautiful to me. Okay?
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And there's no reason why it shouldn't be celebrated. So I believe in being the change that you want to see. So that's why there's she. You know?
I love it. I love it. I always say that I want to be the change that I want to see in the world. I want to be that walking example of that. Let's see. Um, what does a typical day look like for you? Um,
A typical day. I work for myself, so being an entrepreneur, I do everything. So I have to plan ahead, and when I'm not feeling super great, I still have to get up and keep it moving. My days off are far and few between, but I wake up every morning. I have a cup of tea. I do my meditation and my prayers. I say my thank yous. I don't ask for riches, houses, and land. I ask for strength. I
Mm.
ask for endurance. And I just say thank you. I give gratitude. And then I start my day. My son and my husband are both tattoo artists. We'll put in a little plug. Rock and Roll Tattoo, Glenwood and Capitol Boulevard, Raleigh. But I take them to work, and after I take them to work, I get on my tasks for the day. What art am I making? What art is it for? What organizations am I working with at the time? I create my tasks list. I have my spreadsheets. Every year I take on maybe two or three big projects, but then I let the smaller projects kind of fill in the spaces. And then I kind of plan around the big projects. So my day is making the art, phone calls, emails, but of course in there I have to balance out my everyday home life. So, I have my scheduled times for cleaning and so on and so forth, but there's always time for family. Always time. And even if that's late at night where we have to come together and just recap the day, laugh a little bit before we go to bed, then we do that. We take that time to do that. It could be 1 in the morning. We just getting home from the shop or whatever for the day. And I do a lot of live painting, so I hit clubs and bars and stuff. And sometimes I don't get home till like 2 a.m. after live painting. But even so, we'll come together in the living room and we'll recap the day, we'll laugh stuff off, we'll have our emotions, and then we go to bed and rest.
Now, what's live painting?
Live painting. Okay, so it's different for everybody, and it's definitely different for me because I'm using the glue gun. So I carry around this little battery pack where I can plug in my glue gun, but they do come battery operated, so you can get the wireless ones. Basically, what I do is I project my image, I sketch it out, and I get my image to maybe at least 80% done before I decide to bring it out to the public. People sometimes hire me, sometimes I volunteer it just as a feature. And I go, I plug in, and I do the work right there in front of the audience. From it could be anything from throwing glitter in, fabric in, yarn in, whatever it is. Sometimes I get the piece done right there on site. Other times I don't. But I see that a lot of the times people just love watching the process. They're not really concerned about the finished product until you're ready to sell it, yes, but to be able to see you go through your layers of process, to watch your mind work as you're going through it, yeah, people become very fascinated, and I find that that helps my sales a lot.
That's good. I like that. That's smart. I got if you could design one dream project with no limitations, what would it be?
Oh, my dream project. Well, I'm actually kind of working on that now. Um,
Do tell.
and I'm glad you asked that question. So I had it's still kind of planned September 25th, doing a fashion show, a wearable art fashion show slash gallery showing. Um, and we've been planning this for a little while because we did a small one at a gallery that I was at last year called Golden Belt of Durham. We did a small fashion show and it was so successful that I'm like, I got to do it again. But I'm at a new venue now called Haven Farm of Nightdale. And this is where I can be as spiritual as I want to, do as much live painting as I want to. Um, but in doing this, I was like, this is a dream thing. I want this to be big. So after the event, the Queens Who Serve event, and meeting all the wonderful people there, from investors to people who just want to be a part of the arts, I said, hold up, I got to rethink this date because I need these people to be a part of what I'm doing. I don't want this to just be any old fashioned show. This is a bucket list thing for me. A bunch of people told me it wasn't going to happen. I wasn't going to be able to do it. I did it small. Now I'm about to do it big. And so we're going to postpone this date for about a year. And I'm going to put together a team, and we're going to go out there and get the monies. And then we're going to transform. Haven Farm has a finished barn, and I'm going to transform this barn into a natural forest haven where we bring you upcycled art from artists, local artists and designers who also do canvas work, wall murals, um, and bring it. Really bring it. We're gonna have music performances, food trucks. We're gonna have the fashion show of about maybe 5 to 6 designers, 6 models per designer, and we're gonna bring you awareness to the environment because thrown, tossed away clothing is up there with plastics and wasted food.
Mm,
And so we want to teach people how to recycle their clothing. Be thrifty. Go to the thrift stores and support the thrift stores. This is how needy people get what they need. And this is how these organizations keep going. This is how they make their money. They're not getting a lot of money from state and federal. So
right.
we, the community, support that by, instead of going out and getting those designers who already got all of that, we go to the thrift stores and create it ourselves. And then you become not only your own designer, but you get to express and you get to save the planet at the same time. It's
Mm.
a beautiful thing.
Yes, I definitely keep me in the loop of when that happens. I would definitely like to be there. Definitely would like to come
Yes,
out.
you are so invited. Definitely invited to that.
I will
Yo,
definitely
give
pull
me
up.
just a moment. I think I just went on battery save. Let me plug in real quick.
Okay.
Real quick, real quick. Okay, there we go.
All right, we good.
And we're back.
All right. Give me 1 second, cause I just realized my wife's
Sure.
name is still in here from when she was doing something, and I am not Ronnie Winston. That is the wife.
That's beautiful. How long you've been married or together?
We have been married 10 years. We celebrate
Beautiful.
11 years. July 4th. We've been together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've been
What a
together
time
for
to have a celebration.
right. All right, let me see if it changed it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, move that away. Okay, I think it changed it. Why is this still here?
Yes, it did. I see a change.
Good, awesome sauce. Cause I was like, that is not me. But here we go. I just have to put something over that on the video, on the first part of the video. This let's see. So you say you work for yourself. What's the name of your company?
Well, as far as my art is concerned, I just go by my first and last name, Linette Knight. But I have a coupled business that I am partnered with my mother. And we're revamping right now. So we just took the old website down and we're revamping. We'll be relaunching that hopefully in the next month or so. But we're keeping the name House of Eloise.
Mm-hmm.
House of Eloise Design is named after my great grandmother, Eloise. This is just where we sell our art on marketable items, teacups, coffee cups, t-shirts, different things like that. And we celebrate what we do and couple with local vendors like people who do print work, people who do ceramics and things like that. We couple with them to feature their businesses on our website so that we can show you where we're getting our product from and be able to use them as well. So we're in the process of revamping that, but hopefully we'll get that up and running soon. So House of Eloise Design.
I dig it. I dig it. It sounds like you come from a long line of legacy, right? What does legacy mean to you?
Oh, legacy means family. It means love. It means fearlessness. It means connection. Um, Families are hurting because they're not connecting. Legacy can't live without that connection. It can't live if you're not passing down those generational gems to the next generation and so on and so forth. I asked myself, what did I want to leave behind when I look at my art, when I look at anything that I do? I want people to be able to say Linnette was a person of community. Oh, Linnette was an open-minded, loving, and caring to all inclusive love and connection. Because I don't think anyone should be left out. If God made you, then you should be loved. Period.
I love it. I love it. I often say that my sister once told me that words mean things. And so at the end of all my interviews, I ask people, what would be a word that you would leave with my readers um till the next time we see you, and why would it be that word?
Oh, I'm going to say one word: pause. Why pause? Because the world is so disposable right now. It is ready to just use up and throw away. It is important to pause. Pause when you're elated and you get those big blessings before you go spending it out. Pause before you get angry at something and decide to lash out. Pause before you drop tears for something that's not really worth crying over. Pause before you laugh at something and you don't really know if you should laugh at that thing or not. Pause before you try to attack somebody. Pause before you even take in that love because you don't know. Love comes in many different forms. It can be vampiric too, you know. You have to be careful. So my word today is pause. Pause and be observant about your surroundings, about yourself, about the people you surround yourself with.
I
It'll
love
do wonders.
that. Hey, I felt that in my whole soul right now.
Oh, good.
That was a
Yes.
word. That was a word for me today. I appreciate you. I
Oh,
appreciate you.
yes.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me. This has been
It was
awesome.
a pleasure.
I hope you guys enjoyed it because I did. Where can the people find you? Like, where can they tap in?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have two Instagram pages. The first one is Miss Bird 01. That's MRS dot BIRD 01. Then there's House of Eloise 1913, and there are underscores between each word. And then I don't know why Facebook has to be so troublesome. They locked me out of Miss Bird 01. So I'm on Facebook as my maiden name, Linette Smith, with Linette Knight in parentheses. I post all the things that I'm working on, events, shows. My workshops are at Haven Farm of Nightdale. Anyone who wants to learn can come 6 to 8 every other Wednesday of the month, but I always post when we're having them. All ages, all levels of learning crochet. You can find me on the farm. And if I may, because the farm is my home, I'd like to extend an invitation to you and your family, you and your wife and your family. We do family oriented events at Haven Farm all the time. There is a petting zoo there with goats and a donkey and chickens and things.
Oh
But
man.
then SNL is every Saturday night with my brother DJ Damu. He puts on a fabulous grown and sexy set filled with all kinds of music, but the way he puts it together is crazy. But we come together, we put the kids to bed, we have a good time, play Uno No Mercy, maybe a game of spades or two. There's bonfires set outside so you can lounge out on the land and just enjoy yourself. So I invite you to come out and have some fun with us.
Oh, most definitely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm
No
honored.
worries.
I'm honored. I'm honored. All right, y'all. Y'all know the drills. So, till the next time, y'all be easy.